All right, guys, it's time for our warm and cool color leaves. The very first thing that I'd like for you to do is to take your 8 by 10 sheet of paper, and you are going to trace 3 leaves in all on this paper. Now you have 2 templates, so that means you can use the rounded leaf like I have here twice, and then the maple leaf once, or you can do the maple leaf twice and the rounded leaf once. You need both styles of leaves on there because the maple leaf has such sharp lines that a rounded leaf like this other template will really help to balance it out. I want you to trace those in the top, middle, and bottom sections of your paper so you don't have a lot of negative space left. Now, you need 3 warm color crayons, and you can access your cool and warm color chart to help you decide what colors to use. I started with brown, and I'm going to just go over the pencil with my brown crayon. I also need to add in the stem that goes all the way to the top, and then the veins. And if you're not really sure where to put the veins, just think about how any part of the leaf that sticks out will need access to water from the stem, so that's where you're going to attach the vein. I chose a different warm color for this leaf, and then I'm going to do the very same thing for my maple leaf that I traced in the lower left section. So I have brown, I have a blue violet, and then I have an orange color. Now, I want you to put all of your warm color crayons away, and we're going to only access our cool color crayons. So I start with one cool color, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to repeat the leaf pattern and just basically go all along the outside, making sure that I'm not too close to the original leaf, but also not too far away. And you're going to notice I alternate between 2 cool colors, green and blue, and I just rotate those colors until I have about 4 repeating lines of that leaf on the outside. I want to make sure that they're about the same distance apart and that I'm very careful not to have them too close or too far apart from one another. I'm going to keep doing this through all of my leaves, and when one line might cross another, I just continue with my pattern and just kind of maybe stop the line where it might run into a different one. You're going to notice later on in the video that I actually add in some more lines because I realized I had some extra negative space in there that I didn't really want, and I wanted to add more positive space to that, meaning something with color or line to it. So I do go back and add in some more repeating lines to kind of take care of that empty space that's up in that corner and in the bottom section as well. Now, I actually am going to pull out my Crayola crayon watercolor palette. It's just the really simple one you can buy at the grocery store. I'm going to choose a warm color, and I've actually chosen brown for my maple leaf. This is actually a crayon resist art, which means when I paint over the crayon with my watercolor, we know that crayons are made from wax and that the watercolor on top of it will resist against the wax and it'll give it this awesome texture. I'm going to choose a totally different color for each of my other leaves, filling them in completely. Now, the next section is going to use only cool colors, and you're going to see here in a second that I'm going to switch to a blue, which is a cool color. So you're going to see me taking my blue, and I'm literally just going in that first repeating line, and I'm painting that entire section blue. I'm choosing to make it dark, so I'm adding very little water on my brush so that the color is super bold. You're also going to see me in my next repeating line switch to another cool color, and I chose green. And I just like the way green and blue look up against one another here. And I'm going to do that pattern and repeat that in my repeating lines for that leaf. So it will go blue, green, blue, green. You can choose any two cool colors to repeat, or 3 if you would like. And don't be afraid to, if they accidentally blend together, let it dry, let the water dry, and you can go back in and touch it up with whatever color didn't come out quite right, or maybe went outside the line a little bit. When I'm finished, you're going to notice that a lot of the negative space is kind of not so much noticeable anymore because you have that amazing pattern. The repeating lines really draw your eye into each individual leaf here, and those cool colors help those warm colors to stand out in your painting. And that texture from the Crayon Resist is awesome. I think this project is a win for sure.